first time coming and visiting our channel, we're just a few guys that just happen to love cars, specifically European cars in general, Audis, Volkswagens, but we love playing with other stuff too. What we've been doing lately is a combination of our RS3 versus the World Series and then updates on our project cars. So if you guys have been following us, you guys know that me and Stavro both have VR6 swap B5s, both down for the winter, both getting some major updates and upgrades. We'll slide some photos up here if you guys are interested into the older stuff. But most recently, I picked up an RS3 and we got some software from Custom Code and we got some Stage 2 parts from Malaka Motorsports. And then we just started having fun with this car. So that being said, this was supposed to be our 4th episode in our RS3 versus the World Series. We were going to have 2 Mustangs come out, 2 local guys. It was a GT 500 modified and then a Mustang GT modified. Their power output, I'm not sure, but they were really interested in coming out. Unfortunately, this morning, which kind of sucks for us, like about an hour before we were supposed to meet, they hit us up. I guess they both got the flu. So since we have the car on E85, since we switched last night, we stayed up till about 2 o'clock in the morning, flashing everything over, mixing the fuel perfectly. She's not on 100% E85, it's on an E70 file. For those of you guys wondering what the difference is and how to get that and how to attain that, there's a certain way to exactly mix your fuel with 91 or other fuels to obtain E70. So we'll make a video upcoming in the next week or so on how to properly mix E85, what to look out for, and also some cool gizmos and gadgets you can have in the vehicle to monitor your ethanol content as you drive. That being said, so I figured, since I haven't really driven the car in E85, last night was the first night we flashed to it. This is the first time that it's really had anything other than 91 in the tank. We'll do an E85 review video today and let you guys know how I feel. I won't lie to you, we're driving out to the location today where we're going to be having some fun, and already just the car feels a lot more peppy. But I haven't got on it yet, I haven't ripped on it, I haven't done any launches. I was saving that for the video. Anyway, hopefully next weekend our next bunch of cars don't cancel. Hopefully we have better luck. Hopefully people want to come out and play. I think our previous videos of the RS3 doing so well against supercharged V8s and, you know, against modified M2s and so on and so forth kind of worries people now of the performance of the RS3. You know, a lot of people underestimated this car when they first saw it or they heard about it. They thought it was just another S3, another A3 with a 4-cylinder turbo car. They didn't realize that on a stock turbo, stock motor setup, you can make upwards of about, you know, 600 horsepower. So that being said, we're driving out to the location now. Hopefully you guys like what you see. This is going to be an E85 review video, and I'm really looking forward to showcasing to you guys what this car sounds like. The sound changes a little bit, believe it or not. So there's little differences, subtle differences in the way it sounds, the way it reacts, and then also obviously in the way it moves. What we were making before was about 440 wheel horsepower and about 489 wheel torque on 91 octane. So now with E70, and it's a prototype file, everything's still in, you know, progress, still in development. We're at about 530 wheel torque and about 540 give or take wheel horsepower, if not a little bit more. So don't quote me on the numbers, as Hank and those guys at Custom Code and Malaka Motorsports, they're always modifying this file and it's in development. So I just have what's available now, and I want to show you guys what it's like. Oh, also quick update before I stop jabbering and yabbering my mouth, because I know you guys don't want to hear it that much. We're going to be doing a giveaway. So the amount of support that we've gotten the past 4 weeks has been absolutely amazing. We gained about 850 subscribers in the past 3.5-4 weeks, which has been overwhelmingly awesome. Let me tell you guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the comments below in the videos. We read them. We reply to all of them. 99% of them anyway. We try to get to all of them as best as we can. You know, we reply to our messages on our Instagram, Malaka Motorsports, if you guys want to check us out. So that being said, we want to give back to you guys. So spoke to Stavro, and what we thought was, if we hit 1,000 subscribers by the first week of January, we were going to do a really cool giveaway. Being that we're still a very young channel, our resources aren't that great, but we're going to pick out something that's really cool, that's dedicated towards a car person, something a car person would appreciate. So in the next video, we're going to list 3 items that we're looking to give away and have you guys vote on them. and then you guys are gonna let us know what you guys think in the comments. So it could be a battery trickle charger. You know, there's some really, really cool ones out there. It could be some car supplies, wash supplies. We're gonna pick 3 items, and then you guys are gonna let us know what you think. So if you guys think that's cool, if you guys think that's a great idea, great. If you guys can share this channel, if you guys can tell your friends about it, tell your mother about it, tell everyone about it, that'd be great. Because we'd love to do a giveaway at 1,000 or every 1,000 subscribers, and it'll just keep going. And then we'll always up the ante on the giveaway itself. So if we're doing low round giveaways on the first bet for the first round for 1,000 subscribers, you bet on 2,000 subscribers, we're going to do something more substantial. We've linked up with a bunch of companies already, a bunch of people that are interested in kind of giving back to our community, especially the same community that we're tied to online. We have an Audi Performance Builds and Projects group on Facebook. You guys should check it out. We've got a little over 14,000 members. Great group of people, great content down there, amazing community. And we're only looking to grow that community here on YouTube. So, way we can give back is by saying thank you to all you guys for supporting us, for commenting, for liking our videos, for giving us that support, and constructive criticism. If you guys see something that you guys don't like, let us know, and we'll try to fix it. We'll try to adjust. We'll try to make this channel the best we can for you guys. Essentially, that's what it is. We're going to keep doing what we do regardless, but we want you guys to tag along for the ride and also have a great time too. So if you guys have made some suggestions that you think you might want to see on the channel, let us know. We're always open to listen. Anyway, let's get on with this review. This is the Stage 2 RS3 on E85, and let's go. Alright guys, so this is our very first launch in the Stage 2 RS3 on E85 from Custom Code and Stage 2 parts from Malaka Motorsports. So, putting it in sport, traction control is off as you guys can see. Got a couple different GoPros set up for you guys here, and here we go. I thought it was fast on 91. Wow, holy crap. I think we're spinning tire through most of that. And we were on a pretty much prepped surface over there from previous runs. But holy crap, that felt good. That felt real good. You know, it's really funny, like, you don't expect a simple fuel change to do such a big difference, but to go from 440 wheel to 530 wheel and change, you know, and then the wheel torque to jump up about 50 or 60, it makes a huge difference, man. It feels amazing. The car just feels so much more peppy and preppy and like ready to rock and roll. It's almost unfair. Is this cheating? Did Audi really undertune this thing from the factory so we could have fun afterwards? Because this thing's a goddamn rocket. Goddamn rocket. Christ. Wow. 2 seconds, we're up like from 40 to like 90 miles an hour almost. It's crazy. It just... We'll do a rolling pull now to see what the difference is on a roll. It's a shame I didn't have any cars to come out, man. Damn Mustangs. Owners catching the flu last minute. Would have loved to have you guys out here. Win or lose. Man, this car feels amazing. It's almost cheating. I think it feels like almost cheating. patch of road, and then see what the car does after that as soon as we straighten out a little bit. Still leaving it in sport. I'm not even turning it over to manual at all. Suffice it to say, I mean, I think I'm not doing the car or the software or the parts any justice by saying it moves great. It's scary fast. And then most of the people, oh, you know, there's a lot more cars out there that are scary. True, but I mean, we were pulling on a V10 R8 on 91 octane. I can only imagine what we'd probably put butt lengths on those cars. I wonder what this would do against our Huracan or a nice V10 Plus R8. If you have one and you want to come out to play, please let us know. You know, win or lose, we'd love to have you guys on the channel with these cars to see what the RS3 can do. If you guys with the V10s are afraid to see what happens when a 5-cylinder turbo comes out to play, I don't blame you, because this thing's fucking, it's crazy. I'm lost for words at this point, to be honest with you. It's like so much fun, and it just, you know, that knot in your stomach. You know, and I've been in 6, 7, 8, 900 wheel horsepower cars before, but like for nearly 600 horsepower on a stock motor and a stock turbo, little stock turbo, to pull and move like this, it's unreal. It's like you have a miniature, and I'm kind of quoting Hank now. You have a miniature Huracan at your disposal for a quarter of the price. It's pretty awesome. It feels pretty good. I'm gonna do one more launch for you guys. So, all right, I'm gonna do that without fucking up. Oh my god! What the hell? You can smell tire too. It's cool. You know, for a fully loaded RS3 is what, 75 and change, tax, title, and everything out the door. This one is pretty much fully loaded. I got every option. What didn't I get? I think I pretty much got every option in this car for the most part. I think I got every option. Don't quote me, but it was about tax, title. Before tax and title was like 68.8. Dynamic Plus package, technology package, driver assistance, all this stuff. And you know, if you figure with the mods, let's say for about bolt-on stuff now, nothing crazy. If you think about crap, downpipe, midpipe, front mount intercooler, and then software, you're into that for like 3-4 grand, maybe less, depending on if they have a holiday sale or something. You figure for under 80,000, you have a V10 killer, more or less. It's unreal. It's fucking discount supercar, man. It's crazy. All right, launch number 3 or 4. I lost count. Here we go. Wow. That was pretty good. That was damn good. I shouldn't have had the windows down though. You guys probably got all the wind noise. We'll do that again. All right, here we go again. got some new mics set up in the car, outside the car, on the main camera. Not even a GoPro. We actually have a legitimate Sony camera now. Well, legitimate for us anyway, for us being newbies and amateurs in the YouTube world. And I'm hoping we're capturing the sound, the way the car feels, the way the car just launches and takes off. And I hope that's happening, because if it's not, I'm going to be really, really upset.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Car feels good. Car feels great. I almost want to drive on it on the E70 file all the time. Can't wait to see what their legit 85 file is going to feel like. And then if they don't do a pure 85 file, which is understandable because the amount of fuel demand, I can only imagine the way it's going to sound. I can only imagine the way it's going to sound. They want me to do another launch. Okay, he wants me to do another launch. Sorry guys, another launch. Cut the conversation short. Probably gonna need a new set of tires, and the car barely has 5,000 miles on it. Why? Some may say that I'm beating the car up, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm driving the car the way it's meant to be driven. It's an RS3, for God's sakes, guys. For those of you guys that have RS3, stop babying them. Stop treating them like, I don't know, girlfriends that are gonna one day leave you if you don't buy them the right kind of shit. Be rough with them, have fun. They're amazing cars, guys. Truly amazing cars, and they feel amazing. They move like rockets with some software and some basic parts. It angers me. I won't lie to you. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Are you guys angry at the Stance Nation kind of crew that's out there? Not poking any fun, not creating any drama, just for the guys that don't really enjoy their cars. Now, cars, people may say, is an art form, and that's great. Everyone can do whatever they want with their cars. Live and let live, I say, right? But for conversation's sake, do you guys like the fact that people take high-performing vehicles? I mean, there's some exotics out there with cambered wheels and air ride that is slammed down to the ground, and I think personally they've become utterly useless at that point. Like, what's the point of buying a car that you know that's coming packed with a ton of power, ton of potential, and you slam it and you make it look like the DeLorean from Back to the Future when it's taking off with the sideways wheels? Kills me. So that goes into my same topic, is that, you know, the guys that just baby the crap out of their cars, the guys that just you know, detail, if it rains I can't have the car out. And there's plenty of guys that are out there like that, but like, why buy the RS3? Why buy an R8? Why buy a Huracan if you're not going to drive it and have fun? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, basically, guys, life is so short. Why be afraid something might happen? What's the point? What's the point of doing it all if you're not going to really enjoy yourself? And a little disclaimer, if or maybe a takeaway, if you happen to enjoy going 10 miles an hour around neighborhoods because you're afraid you might bottom out, if you guys happen to enjoy, you know, sideways wheels, you know, good for you. For whatever reason, if you enjoy that, that's great. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, guys, let's get on to some more driving. Let's talk about the characteristics of how the car feels, how the car moves, and overall daily driving with an E85 car. See how that feels. All right. Alright guys, we're back in the car now. You guys seen some launches, some acceleration videos. We even have some of the dashboard of the speedometer, how it moves and how quickly it just jumps up there. We're back in the car now, and I'm going to put the air on because it's getting hot. So that being said, I really wanted to talk about the characteristics of how the car feels on the road driving. For those of you guys that have picked up your RS3s, have ordered them, I'm sure you guys are interested in what mods are out there, fuel capabilities, files, software, all the gizmos and gadgets that you can pick up and all this other stuff. So with that being said, this is going to be our first day driving on 85. So far, And to be fair, it's actually technically E70 because of the mix. The car feels great. It picks up. It's more raunchier. It's more nastier. We even did some revving videos, so you guys can hear what the difference is, if there is any, of how aggressive the exhaust note is with the valves open on the 85. And it just really wakes up this car. I know I said that before in the review for the 91 octane, and it's true. It does. It does wake up the car. The Stage 2 software that's currently out there wakes the crap out of the car. It definitely makes the car a lot more alive, a lot more pepping, right? But E85, it's kind of like all bets are off. E85 on the stock turbo setup with the basic bolt-on parts has proven itself to really scare the crap out of me. And I won't lie to you, it's a raunchy feeling. It's a raunchy setup, if I can say that correctly. It feels amazing. It feels unworldly, if I can give it a description, more or less. You know, let me close the sunroof here so you guys don't hear the wind noise. But you know, again, we've had a full tank of E70 technically, and I'll give a quick shot if I can where we're at after driving around and messing around all morning. It really hasn't burnt a lot of fuel. In fact, let me see if I could grab the other GoPro and give you guys a shot so you guys can see what I'm talking about without killing myself here. Alright guys, so if you guys can see, that's all the fuel that we basically used thus far. And it's not a whole hell of a lot. Barely, I'd say barely a quarter tank, to be fair. We used barely a quarter tank, and we've been beating on this car all morning. Drivability is still great. It doesn't make it unbearable under the normal driving mode, even if you're in sport. You know, right now we're in sport in 7th gear, kind of cruising at 85 miles an hour, following the lead car home, and car feels drivable. It feels peppy. It feels to the point where, you know what, you don't really notice that you have E85 and a more aggressive file on there that's making 100 more horsepower. Really, you know, you feel like you're still driving that Stage 2 car, or even a stock car at that point. When this thing is being driven calmly, let's say the word maturely, because we're really immature on this channel, the car still feels very civilized. You know, but when you get on it, it's ready to throw down. It's got the gloves on. It's okay, game time. Turns its hat backwards, puts its fighting gloves on, and says, let's rock and roll. With the 85, it takes the gloves off. It's a bare knuckle fight, and it's a real good contender. Unfortunately, again, those Mustangs kind of bailed out on us today, so we couldn't show you how well the 85 does. But maybe we can revisit some of the cars we already raced and see what the differences are with 85 compared to those vehicles. So if we can get the GTO back out, the Stage 2 M2, and maybe we can showcase now with running the 85 what exactly the car's capable of and what the differences are between a 91 octane file. You'll see if we can do that. Other than that, guys, if you got a TTRS, if you got an RS3, give Hank at Malaka Motorsports a call. Give Vincent or Keith at Custom Code a call. Get their Stage 2 Plus package and have some fun. Have some fun. If I happen to meet you at an event this year or next year coming up, and I catch you babying your car, I'm gonna laugh at you, okay? These cars are meant to be driven, meant to have some fun. Go out there and enjoy yourself a little bit. Anyway, in manual mode, the car still feels pretty good. Sport, car feels pretty good. Regular drive, and I can turn sport off, drive select, put it in comfort, and the car just bows out. Quiet as hell. You won't even know you're driving a modified, a modified vehicle at all, unless you're the guy who actually paid for all the parts and you own the vehicle. You know, and then you put it in sport, put drive select back to dynamic, and you hear the car just wake back up again and kind of come back to life. You know, my overall experience with the RS3 has been great. It's been a great car. There's only been 2 drawbacks. Really only 2 that I can think of. Number 1, being a tall guy, I'm a big guy, the dashboard is kind of limited where the steering wheel is being able to be placed. So technically where I'm standing, it technically cuts off the top, about let's say the top 10% of the speedo. That's the only thing that kind of sucks from my point of view, is I'm looking down, and really I'd have to like sit myself and kind of lean myself back a little bit to get the full view, and I hate that. I'm not driving this car like I'm driving a lowrider. It's not my style. So it kind of sucks. You know, in the B8 and the B5 and the other vehicles that I've owned, you can adjust the steering wheel all the way up and give yourself a perfect view. There's got to be a reason why Audi did that. Very curious to why. If anyone knows, put in the comments below, because I'm curious. A lot of us are curious. Other than that, the display is beautiful. The car looks great. The car moves great. It's set up really nicely on the inside. Back to my other downfall that I didn't like. I don't know if this is really a downfall. Some of you guys may agree or disagree. I think for a vehicle of this caliber, an RS, it should have truly been a wide body car. You know, being so close to the S3, to the A3 body-wise, it really kills a lot of the aspect of owning this car, okay? And I'll explain why. Yes, the RS3 comes with a badass motor and trans setup and software and all that from the factory. It's fast. The carbon ceramic brake package is awesome. It really sets itself apart. But really, when you think of RS, you don't really just think of the big brakes and the performance. You also think of the aesthetics, of the look, of the presence that it commands. So if I can make maybe just this last complaint, Audi, why didn't you do a real wide body setup on this car to make it a real RS car? I mean, if I pull up next to an S3, a brand new S3, it's really hard to differentiate between the two, aside from some subtle changes in the front, the brakes, and how obviously fast the RS3 is compared to the S3. I really would have liked a nice wide body. Anyway, moving forward, Audi, yeah, you heard me. I'm not going to repeat it again. But other than that, I'm really happy with this car. Really happy with the setup, and we've barely even scratched the surface when it comes to making this car faster. We've really even scratched the surface before we can even modify it. We're on a stock suspension, stock wheels, and I'm just really excited to see what this car is going to look like in silver, you know, the rarest, the fastest color, with some nice wheels, with a nice suspension kit, and just make the car look really clean and nice, but also just really aim for that aggressive performance look as well. So not only do I want this car to be very fast for what it is, I want it to look really nice and command a presence. It's still on the stock catback for those of you guys that have asked in the last video. I kind of touched on it, but if you guys missed it, I got in touch with AWE. They're developing a catback system for this car. I'm really excited to see what they do, to see how it's going to sound like. It's nice now. It sounds great, but it is a little raspy for my taste. The crackling is okay. It's just I'm used to deeper, more aggressive exhausts. I guess this is being my first inline 5-cylinder car that's actually modified. I guess I'm not used to it. I've grown used to it. I kind of like it. It's great, but I don't know. Kind of excited to see what an aftermarket catback would do with my downpipe, my mid pipes, and all the other stuff that I have done to the car. All right, that being said, I'm going to bring this to a close. I'm going to touch up again on our giveaway. If we break 1,000 subscribers before the first week of January, and that's going to be all up to you guys. If you guys share, like, maybe show your friends the video, see if they like it, see if they can subscribe. If they happen to like what we do, we want to do a giveaway. On the next video, we're going to list the 3 items that we're going to have you guys vote for the giveaway, and then we're going to actually do the video giveaway, probably most likely the 2nd or 3rd week of January. 3rd week of January, we're planning to go back to Vegas, check up on the wide body car. SRM should be doing quite a few things, setting up the tubular manifold, the new downpipe, the water to air intercooler, what else? And a few other things too that they're going to be doing. That being said, excuse me, I'm coughing like crazy today. That being said, we have a few cars lined up for our 4th episode of the RS3 versus the world. Hopefully they don't fall out. If they do, hey, listen guys, if you guys want to be on the channel, if you guys want to get your car featured, if you have a really cool, fast car that you want to see and kind of compare it to the RS3, give us a message. Let us know what you're thinking. Closed course, racetrack, maybe a drag strip we can meet at. If you guys want to have some fun, we'd be more than welcome, more than happy to kind of oblige and come out there and have a good time and meet you. Anyway, that pretty much does it for my RS3 E85 review. We're going to follow up this video with how to test your E85 fuel to see what kind of content you have. In fact, you know what? When we get back to the house, we'll do that and we'll add it to this video as well, so you guys can do that and you guys can get that all in the same video. And then I'll include some links to some gauges and ethanol monitoring gauges and technology that you guys can put in your cars and monitor is and how it looks, and so you guys can gauge what your software should be at if you're modifying your car. If you have a really, really built car, it's a really good component to have. If you don't have it, get it. It can save your motor, it can save you a headache. Manual testing is fun and everything, and it's okay, but after a while it gets pretty old. Knowing exactly what's in your car as it's running is truly amazing. So if you're driving, if the ethanol content happens to drop, you know that you have to either mix, add, take away, whatever. It just gives you more peace of mind. Anyway, I'm George. This is Malaka Motorsports. This was our Stage 2 RS3 review on E85. And hopefully we can show you guys what it's going to be able to do when some cars actually decide to come out to play. So don't cancel on us, guys. Don't be afraid of the RS3. Come out and have some fun. All right, guys. Happy New Year, and hope everybody